All right, beautiful night here on the ranch. The sun's just getting ready to go down. I'm just hooking up the water line so that we can fill one of our, it's not a new dugout, but it's a new pipeline that we put in last summer to fill a dugout on section 6. And so I've just been getting hooked up, had to put a fitting in the back of the in the end of the line. We've got a 2-inch black line that we had trenched in. Well, we trenched it in actually. When we did all that directional drilling last year. So that black line, we trenched it. Well, it's not quite a mile, but probably 3/4 of a mile. And then the directional drilling company, they came and put it under the road for us, over to the dugout. And so now I've just hooked it up and I've just turned on the water. A little bit of a small drip there where we're in one of those cam lock fittings. But anyway, so now I'll put away a few tools and we will go and see if we get water coming into this dugout that we haven't filled for a long time. And that's going to be our new water source for section 6 because we put in a new fence. And so the cows can graze just that one section on their own, but it needed a water source. And so this is it. So we got to fill it this fall. We have a couple weeks here until the water gets shut off. I just got the SMRID form work all filled out and the paperwork so that we can fill this dugout. Of course, they want their pound of flesh for sure. We had to buy a couple of acre feet of water, one time only, and then an annual kind of maintenance fee on that. So not cheap, but I don't know what else you do. You got to have water on these different pastures. And so it's nice to have a pressurized pipeline that will push it all the way out there. And so I'll fill it this fall so that it's ready for early spring, because we'll kick the cows out there in March, sometime in March, mid to late March. And the water won't turn back on with SMRID until first part of May. And so we need to fill the dugout now, and then we'll have the water we need for them to graze there for a month in the spring. Or yeah, around a month. Awesome, we'll go check it out. So I'm heading over to the dugout. Just turned on the water. We'll just make sure it's getting here. But I can't believe this grass. Like, there's just so much grass. This pasture we actually grazed in the early spring and grazed it right down. And then we just got all that beautiful rain and it just grew back amazing. And this is where we'll put the cows first thing in the spring again. Next spring, we'll put them in here, like I said, in March. And then they'll just eat this old grass. Whoa, well, there's some water down there. It was dry when I was here, but we've had a couple, 3 inches of rain. So let's see if it's coming out. So it's very exciting. Oh. Yeah, so we had the directional drill to get the water line over here. Water's coming in. Woo-wee! There it is. There's our pipeline. Oh, beautiful. In this dry world, there's not many things better than beautiful, clean water. Yep, it is critical, amazing, important. So, we'll watch this for a couple of weeks and try to get it filled up. This is fantastic. Take care, everyone. Oh, now I'm gonna go look for cactus berries. It's now cactus berry season. And so they're just getting ripe. Some of them are still a little bit bland, but they're starting to sweeten up. So, well, thanks for joining me. This is just fantastic. Water in the dugout. So not that any of you guys would notice, but I have been losing quite a bit of weight this last, I don't know, it's only been maybe 6 weeks or something. And so I've lost, well, about 25 pounds, I guess, since winter, but it's just been in the last 6 weeks that I lost 15 of those pounds. Spring work just kind of naturally, you get more active, and so lost 10 pounds, but I had to get more serious about what I've been eating to lose a bit more. I still want to lose a bit more weight. I'm definitely much more comfortable where I'm at. Much easier to put my socks on and all these things that young people don't even think about. But anyway, it's a lot easier to run around and climb and do all the things that I need to do, having lost this 25 pounds. So today we had a meeting in town, and after the meeting, Tyler wanted to go to Filthy Phillies cheesesteak. There's a new franchise that just opened up in Lethbridge. Tyler and I went there once in Moose Jaw, Saskatchewan, on one of our adventures. Whoa, the guys are getting a lot of these solar panels done. Maybe we'll stop and look at that too. Anyway, the sun's just going down. I was going to go look for some cactus berries, but if you want to go to a fast food place that serves very good food, but absolutely nothing that fits into my diet plan, then you go to Filthy Phil's Philadelphia cheesesteak sandwich place. So Filthy Phillies, I think, is what it's called. So everything on the menu is deep fried or covered in cheese and gravy and sauces of every kind. And it tastes absolutely fantastic. We went there in Moose Jaw because it was like the highest rated restaurant in Moose Jaw, Saskatchewan. And then we immediately checked on the internet to see if we could open one of our own. And they had already sold the franchise rights to Lethbridge to somebody else, which of course we don't have time to start a restaurant. But it was the first thing that came to our mind when we ate that many yummy things. They have like all different kinds of poutine, so cheese and gravy and bacon and pulled pork, and it's just crazy stuff on the menu. But yeah, super tasty, super not not that these things are bad for you if you eat them in moderation. So I just had a small 6-inch sandwich only. I didn't order the combo with a bottle of water. I did steal some of Tammy's poutine, just sharing the love and all that. So anyway, I do recommend that you try Filthy Phillies cheesesteak in Lethbridge. Super fun little spot, and but not good for the diet plan. But anyway, I'll just jump out. We'll just jump out. We'll show you. Shut off the truck. This is the solar site. I guess we're calling it number 2. It's by the number 2 pivot circle, and they are really pounding it out here. There's 2 rows to do. The second row, we'll just take a walk. It's a beautiful sunset, hey? We just live in a really pretty place. So there's 23 big racks on this site. So we've got 12 in the front and 11 in the back. So I'm just walking between a couple of these big, and these are dual, what do they call them? Dual face, dual sided. Can't remember the term, but anyway, they can make electricity from both sides. So you get, like, if it snows and reflects off the backside, it's absorbing some energy bifacial maybe. Anyway, and then there's 11 more racks in the back row. So it's about 144 kilowatts. I think this site, something like that. We have to stay under 150 kilowatts to be able to sell into the solar club. So clean energy going to, you know, big companies that need carbon credits or small groups that want to buy clean energy. That's what we're selling. So yeah, that's cool. Those racks are ready for the panels, and these, they're almost done this row. They're just doing a fantastic job. So we also now have a solar installation crew, well trained and amazing guys. So super excited about it all. Can't wait to get it up and going. Anyway, so one other thing we did that was kind of fun after our meeting today when we were in town, we had to drop off a vehicle at the Ford dealership for some repairs. And so Tyler and I test drove the new Ford Lightning. I think these were, yeah, probably 2024 Ford Lightnings. And the four that they have at the, you know, at the Dunlop Ford dealership in Lethbridge, they're all platinum Lightnings, and there's like $30,000 of rebates on them right now. So instead of being 110, they're more like 80,000. And these trucks are mind-blowing, like mind-blowing. The speed and the power and just how smooth they run on the road, because you have the big heavy batteries underneath on the bottom, and that weight and the suspension that they have, anyway, just like driving a huge boat car from back in the 70s or something. Anyway, super smooth, but unbelievably fast and quiet. Like, it's crazy quiet. There's a little button you can push that you can make it have pretend engine sounds, so that you can kind of hear, you know, as you're accelerating and things. But anyway, just absolutely silent. Huge space in the front where the engine would normally be, so in the frunk, I guess they call it, with power outlets in there, and a whole bunch of power outlets in the box in the back, like 220 and 110 power, so you could run a welder out of the back of this pickup truck. Anyway, shocking, beautiful. And so we got to do some more analysis, but you know, cost of ownership, especially with us putting up solar and some batteries and stuff. So if we can charge our vehicles with the sun and not have to pay for the gasoline or the diesel fuel. And now that these incentives are on, the electric vehicles are cheaper than the gas and diesel vehicles. So anyway, we're pretty excited. I don't know that we'll be pulling any of those triggers right away, but I would say in the next year or two that we'll start to see a lot of electric vehicles here on the ranch. Okay, I just pulled into one of my favorite cactus berry patches, and that is a beautiful, cactus berry. It's turned color nicely, and so now the test is, you know, does it taste good? Oh, so good. That one, so sweet, kind of almost like the taste, a cross between a kiwi and a strawberry. Has little TD seeds inside, a little bit, well, I don't know if the word's slimy, but like kind of like a kiwi, but just a sweet flavor like a strawberry and a nice ripe kiwi. So fantastic. Oh, there's another one. There's another one. Yeah, there's a lot of cactus berries in this area here. But they're very camouflaged, and so they're hard to spot. And now that the sun is down, pretty sky, but the sun is down, and now I'm trying to find more yummy berries. And you have to get them, you have to get to the cactus before the cows get to them, because the cows actually bite off almost the top half of the cactus. Ooh. Oh. Look at that one. Beautiful color. Unbelievable. Anyway, one of my favorite things in the world is a cactus berry. I think it's one of my favorite things just because it's such a dry, barren type landscape. And so to eat something this nice and sweet off of the prairie is just kind of magical. Maybe it's the irony of it or the contrast of everything looking brown and barren, and then being able to find something that's such a nice treat. There's another one. Oh, so perfect. All right, talk to you later. Okay, still out here looking, and look at this one. Isn't that something? 5 beautiful cactus berries. That's a very productive plant, but then look at this one. This is crazy. Crazy. That little cactus, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15 berries on one little plant. Whoa! Is that ever an amazing little cactus? Just working overtime. So yeah, right? These gorgeous cactus berries. So I will save you the trouble of listening to me smack my lips again as I eat, another 20 cactus berries. But I'm going to do it. Talk to you later. I wonder if this fits in with my diet plan. Whoa, that is one of the craziest cactuses I've ever seen. The cactus is absolutely tiny. It's actually hardly even a cactus. And it's got 5 berries on it. Like, the berries are bigger than the entire plant. Super productive. Amazing. So it's canning season, and Tammy is an amazing canner. Her mom was as well, and so was her grandma on the Rigby side. Her mom was a Rigby. So, and a nice hot pepper in there, garlic, big garlic cloves, onions, and dill, and these beautiful cucumbers. Now the cucumbers, most of this she gets from one of the Hutterite colonies. Just some wonderful people over there that grows amazing produce. And then she went to BC, British Columbia. All the peaches were frozen, or there were no peaches this year because of the cold in the early spring. It got warm and then it got super cold, but there was lots of nice pears, and Tammy just bottles up these beautiful pears. And then the next thing she's going to do is all the tomatoes. She's got a wonderful patch of tomatoes growing in her own garden. A few different varieties there. And then some wonderful little cherry tomatoes. And then a whole bunch of green peppers this year. And they're just gorgeous green peppers. So I'm going to make myself a little bit of a salad. Some green chives there out of the garden as well. So I'll take all this stuff, cut it up with a few other things, and have a salad. But anyway, there's not many things better in the entire world besides cactus berries and fresh garden tomatoes. So much more flavor than most of the ones that you can buy. Absolutely. So fantastic. Way to go, Tammy. All right, so this is my garden salad. It's just a bunch of tomatoes cut up, a green pepper from the garden, and some chives. And Tammy also grows some amazing hot chili peppers. And so I cut one of those up and sprinkled it on there. Of course, the chives. And then for protein, that's prosciutto. I don't know how you say it in Italian, but it's an Italian style ham. I think this particular package that I bought is made in Canada, but it's an Italian style cured ham that's just out of control good. And then I just put, some balsamic vinegar on there from Costco. Just some balsamic vinegar on there, and the salt and the pepper. And oh, is it ever tasty. Awesome, awesome.